We don't have to look at the camera.
No. Okay. So now that we understand what the problem is and why it may be happening, let's see what we can do about it. So here is a tip sheet from Triple P, and it is overcoming fears. Kind of the gist of this is it shows you what the fear is, what are some common fears, and why children have fears.
Okay.
And then if you open it up, there are tips how to cope with your child having a fear and helping them overcome it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also this little red box, and that's the key steps box. So this is kind of like the highlights or the overview. It's a good place to come back to if you ever get stuck.
Okay.
So what to kind of looking over these, options on how to cope, what are two of them that you think you would like to work on?
I think I'd like the teacher-child coping strategies, and then remain calm when your child is scared.
Okay, I think those are two great places to start. We're gonna write them down on a parenting plan. So when we look at teaching your child how to cope, one of the techniques is breathing. So for this first line, you might want to put like practice taking deep breaths.
Okay.
And what else do you think from this kind of section you could also adapt?
Repeat saying, "It's just the dark, it's not going to hurt you."
Yeah, okay, great. Yep, so we would write that in there.
Okay.
And then okay, so what would you say to your child to help them understand when she's scared in the dark?
I think, I guess I would use it before turning off the lights.
Okay.
And before she goes to bed, so if she wakes up scared, she can remember the tools.
Yeah, I think that's a great time to do it. So I am going to have you pretend to be Martha, and I will pretend to be you.
Okay.
So this is kind of what you can do before she goes to bed. So, okay, Martha, I know you're afraid of the dark. Let's practice taking 3 deep breaths.
Okay.
Good deep breaths. Okay. Now let's practice saying, "It's just the dark. It won't hurt me." It's just the dark.
It's just the dark. It won't hurt me.
Awesome. And you'd want to do that a couple times, maybe throughout the day.
Okay.
And before bed. So this time, now you're going to pretend to be Martha. You're going to pretend to be yourself, and I'm going to pretend to be Martha.
Okay. So let's practice taking 3 deep breaths. Good breaths, Martha. Now let's practice saying, "It's just the dark, it won't hurt me." Okay?
It's just the
Dark, it won't hurt me.
Okay, great. So on this parenting plan, we just want to make sure that we have our goals written in, which we do. And we are going to put the day of the week that it happened, and then whether we met those goals or not.
Okay.
So do you think these strategies will work for you, for your family?
I think they're a good start, definitely.
Okay. And how often do you want to practice these strategies?
I think maybe twice a day.
Okay.
Practicing them twice a day.
Okay, great. And don't forget, if you get stuck, you can always refer back to this tip sheet.
Okay.
And it can kind of help you out. Do you have any other questions about this plan?
No, I think this is a good start.
Okay. Let's set a time for you to come in a week or so.
Okay, sounds good.
Great. Overall, I think I did well making sure the parent was comfortable and explaining the tip sheet. One thing that I could touch on more is the other goal that they also wanted to touch on, the other coping mechanism, and do role play if the parent needed it. Cool. So this is, I'm gonna stop it
Okay.
and then
And
start it again because I'm not sure.